reading the thingy?
Oh, yeah, but hold on. Let me do the intro.
I know.
This is Amigos PC.
If you were looking for a highbrow, fancy, smart, regal podcast with hosts that love to talk about horse riding, badminton, and trips to the vineyard, you're in the wrong place. This is Amigos PC. If you're looking for drinking, random nonsense, stunts, shenanigans, and balls-out craziness, you've hit the jackpot. This is Amigos PC, and this is Scott and Mark.
Good evening. Today's podcast is presented by Podgo. Podgo is the easiest way for you to monetize your podcast, providing podcasters with a flat rate for ad space. You always know how much you get when you include an ad from Podgo. Apply today to become a member and immediately buy connected with advertisers and fit your audience. That fits your audience. That's podgo.co at podgo.co. And be sure to add our podcast in the How Did You Hear About the Podgo section of your application.
Is it too loud?
I like how I turned into the commercial guy all of a sudden. You know that, right? It's been like 3 times in a row, right?
Yeah, it has been.
It's all right. Okay, I guess I know my role. You do everything else, so why not?
At least do one thing,
I know,
right?
I
At
know,
least
I
one
know.
thing,
I'll take
right?
one thing.
But I can't wait until you actually listen to those podcast episodes and then this book. So we can...
The thing you sent me to do that I didn't do.
Yeah. Well, no, not to do. I mean, to do it eventually,
Right.
but I'm not telling you to do it on some timeline. Okay?
Right.
So check these out.
True.
This is good insight, things that we can do going forward.
Right. Because this is our second episode ever. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. Thank you for the tuning in. Right?
Yep, correct. So, jumping right into our fun topic of the day. Big news in the gaming world.
Yeah, gaming world. PlayStation, the Xbox are starting to filter into the mainstream public, right?
Yeah,
Like, people are
which is
getting...
good because we need distractions from all the craziness in the
What's
world.
that?
Sorry, that was me. I'll turn it down. I got a ping
Hey, a
from...
text message?
I did.
You did.
I did, yeah. Yeah, so it's good to get that distraction. We need gaming because if everyone's seen the news or knows what's going on, there's a lot of craziness in the world. From our politics fun to our COVID fun.
Everything's fun,
Everything.
right?
It's a weird...
Well, this is kind of like hampering on fun in general. So, like, if you're poor like me and you, right?
Correct.
You didn't get one. You didn't get a PlayStation 5. You didn't get an Xbox.
I didn't get a PlayStation 4.
You really?
Yeah. We have an Xbox One.
Well, you know it came out like almost 10 years ago, right?
Wow, that long ago? Holy crap. I get one cheap now.
I think it's 8. Yeah, you probably can get one for like $100
bucks.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting another one.
Why? Oh, for like upstairs or something?
Yeah, just have a second one.
That's smart.
Because I have PlayStation Plus.
Or
so
what
like,
about, no, just get a 5, right? You know, in like 3 months when you can get one. And then, or buy one like you saw, like some shady people reselling the ones.
Yeah, well, that's what we were going to talk about is
Right.
people reselling it. Like, these guys, some people are like, hey, look at his hustle. Well, that's not really his hustle. He's actually being a complete, like, it's one thing. So I flip houses, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's one thing to take something at a discount, right? Because it needs to be brought into the new current age.
Yeah.
And then selling it for a profit.
Right.
That's one thing. But taking something that's brand new and then just marking it up,
Because no one else can get one? Yeah.
exactly, is the TP debacle all over again.
It's true. That, yeah. Hand sanitizer.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. So I'm seeing now PlayStation 5s out there for $900, $950 when they retail for $500.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. It's stupid.
Yeah.
That's not hustle. That is not hustle.
First off, like none of my kids are gonna get one because
Right.
I never buy it the first year because it's too expensive, and then it ain't that expensive.
Oh, there might
Because
be
if I
bugs.
don't get it,
There
so
might
that
be bugs
too.
yeah.
There's something wrong with it. Typically, they're pretty good these days with that. But
I think I did wait a year to get my PlayStation 4.
I wait basically on a cheap. I wait on a cheap aspect of it because I think you know what I mean.
Drops
Because
in
it's
price.
dropped. Yeah, that's my thing. Because $500 to me, that's way more than Santa will fork out for some kids. You know what I mean? Unless you got tons of money.
I told my wife, fucking, I was like, a couple $100 a kid this year.
Oh, exactly. That's what we always do. They don't. I mean, they already have too much shit as is. So,
Like,
so
we
yeah.
we can't go overboard. If the grandparents want to get them something crazy, so be it. But for us, like,
Yeah.
a couple $100, that's it per kid. We got too many kids, and you have more kids than I
know.
do.
That's
and
why. That's
I'm
what
like,
I mean. That's why it becomes. Maybe if I had one kid, but I still don't think one kid deserves a $500 PlayStation or an Xbox because
no, that's a family gift.
exactly. Because to me, why would my kid? I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, I would love my kid. I love my kids, but if I had one kid, right, I wouldn't want to spoil them that much and give them something
Yeah,
that awesome
yeah.
when I don't even have it.
Well, I know
what
one
I
year
mean?
when I was making that LD money.
Yeah.
Uh,
Long dick money. Yeah.
Yep. I was. I ended up getting a Switch for the kids,
Yeah. those are
but I was like, "This is for everybody.
Yeah,
This is a family gift.
yeah,
Like,
which is good. That's the
to
way.
the Anderson family from Santa.
That's the way to do it because that way they all share it. They all
Yeah.
can play it. And on those expensive gifts, that's what you have to do, really. So more news on the Sony PlayStation. Basically, was launched today. Target and Walmart had crazy internet chaos. They couldn't keep up with the traffic.
Yeah.
You were saying that PlayStation, their website itself had issues. They were
Oh,
down.
when the pre-orders first started, PlayStation had a whole bunch of issues. They ran out of stock immediately once they fixed the computer, the website issue. People crashed the site, it seemed like. I don't know if that's actually what happened, but it seemed like people crashed the site. And then once they actually got the site up and running, they ran out right away. And then they had, a couple days later, they did more pre-orders and eventually were able to get, like, PlayStation is on a new level of demand right now.
I do think, I mean, I don't know what's cool about it because I don't know the specs or anything. 'Cause
Yeah.
obviously, I've been out of the loop since probably PlayStation 2, in the PlayStation game world. But looking at it, to me, it looks better than the Xbox.
It's a
Like the design itself looks better.
The Xbox is just a black
It's
box.
a box, yeah.
Did you hear what they're doing with the
Well,
Xbox
you
though?
fucking put in a plane. What?
So idiots people who like to vape, aka idiots,
Okay.
are putting vape smoke into the Xbox because the way the ports are, it looks like a fog machine. Because Xbox is like this black box.
Yeah. It just looks
Right.
like, yeah.
But the top has a bunch of holes in it so everything can breathe, right? And they're pushing the air out there.
It's going to fuck up your system. Yeah,
Yeah,
keep
exactly.
doing that.
Fucking vape
Retard.
people are, you just spent $500 on this Xbox, fucking whatever Xbox. It's not an Xbox One, but it's an Xbox.
I don't know. Xbox.
S5, 3. I don't buy Microsoft, so I just know it has Xbox.
And we were talking about that before. I've been an Xbox person for, I mean, I don't even play that. I don't play at all. But when we first came out, I used to play Halo. That was my thing.
We are gonna play though. As
What
soon
are we gonna
as
play?
Command and Conquer comes back,
Oh yeah, that is our game. We talked about that.
we are going to live stream that shit.
We are.
from PlayStation.
And then also once we had marijuana get passed here, we can have a marijuana episode. It'll be
Yes.
it's legal for us. Then
You talking about it openly. Oh my goodness.
It'll be legal then.
Dude, you know what I'm
How
gonna
is
do
that-
for
how's
that,
that not-
for
how's
that
that not
episode? We're gonna start. Actually, for that episode, we probably should start
need
once
care-
the
we need-
mics are live, right?
We need caregivers too. Like, we need somebody just to have like a blanket ready, like we're fucking survivors. So we need to have like
So
when
we're gonna
you
do gummies
every
and everything else.
no edibles. No, thank you. it's going to be that situation of every awesome action movie at the end where they have the blue blankets and you're in the back of the fucking.
They're about to light you on fire and they have to put you out.
Well, no, it's the
fades
comfort
away.
zone at the end when everything's, you get the glass all over you and you're bleeding.
I was gonna show you a picture of the Xbox with the thing.
I believe you. People do stupid shit.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
I don't even know what I was saying. Basically, I used to be an Xbox person, watch the Lamb, because that's what I buy the kids. But I do have, we do have a PlayStation 4 that one kid has, and then which he was sharing with another kid. But now my oldest, he basically does his own thing and doesn't really play. So, and then my youngest, not my youngest, but one of them has basically the Xbox One. So how do they get it? Is it already out already? How do they get it already?
You can. Like Microsoft has been delivering it on time.
So these ones today for PlayStation, does that mean they are they going to get delivered early or
no? Like
because I think these are just pre-orders. So
if you pre-ordered the PlayStation or Xbox, you should have gotten it today.
Gotcha.
That's the thing, like, it got so screwed up that some people at PlayStation, like, people who ordered a PlayStation may not get it until the 17th or some other day that's not the release date, even though they pre-ordered it.
Gotcha.
And then what they're doing is they're now then taking it as, okay, well, I'm going to sell it. So I have a PlayStation coming on the 17th. It's coming with XYZ games and this controller. I want $1,200 for it. Give me a security deposit, and then it's yours once I get it.
Wow. Yeah. No, the only time I'd ever thought about, have you ever thought about ever doing that? Like the whole go and buy something cheap to flip it? Which I know you just said that's kind of an asshole thing to do. But I did always think, like, those...
I've always thought about it.
I thought about doing those, what are they? Not the games, they're not Game Boys. Obviously showing my age, but the
PlayStation Portable?
No, not those ones, but the Nintendo ones.
Switches.
They're not Switches, though. That's the actual game system. But they have they used to have, like, not Game Boys, but they're not
Game Gear.
God damn it, I'm looking this shit up. But basically, I wanted to go get those when they were like $100. When they normally sell for like 200, so you can buy them, and they normally sell out.
Yeah.
You can sell them for 200 or more.
Is this the retro one where it's like a mini
It's
NES?
like the Nintendo...
the DS?
DS. There we go. NDS or DS? Yeah,
Yeah.
those. Nintendo DSs. When they would come out with those and they were cheap, Black Friday wise. But then I've never been a Black Friday person.
Okay, it's different. So, like, let's say you went Black Friday and the DS is discounted $100, right?
Yeah.
And then you're turning around to sell at retail during Christmas.
Yeah.
Because they don't exist. That's different because...
But you could go higher because if the demand is there, you could go up.
But if you're only doing it at retail or just under, or you're trying to get retail plus tax, like, that's not as douchey as just doubling the price the day it comes out.
As the ones you're looking at, where it's $900.
Because it's not that you're... With that situation, it's not that you're doubling the price just because you stood in line to get it. Like, you're accounting for your time.
That makes me feel better.
Right? But this guy pre-ordered it online because it's the only way you could have pre-ordered it because of COVID. Thank you. Right?
Right.
You didn't stand in line to pre-order this. And then now you're waiting for it to come and you're doubling the price plus adding a couple bucks for each game and controller that you use.
Right.
System. He's the one guy that I just showed you for this example is promoting it as I have two controllers with it. Well, one comes with the fucking system, dude. So really, you have one controller.
And they're selling up for $900. You said
$1,200.
$1,200. But that's the one with games though too, right?
Yeah.
So 4 games, 2 controllers, and the Xbox or the PlayStation 5 for $1,200.
This is how old we are that we don't even know
what it is.
What system?
Because we don't even. Yeah, we're not going to buy it. So
exactly.
Good luck.
I'm going to buy it.
You are?
I'm not going to buy it right now.
What's the latest coolness about it? Is it just because it's more sport? Obviously graphics are always better.
Yeah, it has more memory. They are compatible throughout with 4K TVs. Honestly, you need a 4K TV to actually do this.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't have a 4K, it's not going to be as
Not worth it.
right. Yeah, but even right now, like the lineup that they presented is not that great for video games.
Right.
In my opinion, at least. I mean, maybe Assassin's Creed Valhalla is a good.
I heard that one. Yeah. They were talking about that. I heard.
But beyond that, I mean, it's not that. You can wait.
Right. Yeah. Which I mean. Yeah. I'm not gonna buy it anyway, so I'm not even worried. But
You would buy a freaking Xbox before you bought a PlayStation, right? You're an Xbox
well, again, I don't.
connoisseur.
Again, I don't play enough to even buy it for myself. It would be whatever kid wants it. So whatever they have, because I know my youngest who has the Xbox One, I know he wants a PlayStation. Obviously, he's not going to get a fucking PlayStation 5.
No.
What might happen is maybe he'll get the 4 that we have. Wait,
You have a 4?
Yeah, Xbox 4 or PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's not me. It's
The kids.
kids who play it.
When was the last time you played a video game? Not on your
Like
phone.
on the
on a console.
That's
On a
the thing.
console.
Probably 6 months, maybe a year. No, not a year. 6 months.
Would you play?
Gears of War.
Really?
Yeah, me and my youngest played it.
Okay.
It wasn't that nice to play with a younger kid, but
Dude,
he had fun.
I tried to play Trevor Saves the Universe with my kids around.
Yeah. I've never. What is that one?
It's
good?
it's the video game that the creator from Rick and Morty made, Justin Roiland.
Yeah, so that's gonna be pretty crazy.
Yeah. Within like the first 20 minutes of the game, you have to make a decision of letting this giant head dude eat these pregnant women. So essentially he's eating their fetuses, right?
Wow.
And they kind of say that they say that in the video game. Or you kick him off this ledge that his house sits on, you still kill the pregnant females.
Oh, so it's like
It's a
like
lose-lose
crazy,
situation.
like which worst evil do you want to pick?
You know what? I think that me and you should
Play that. Yeah.
and stream it.
Oh, maybe.
Like a couple hours an episode or something like that. Just be like a thing, a side thing that we do, you know?
Yeah,
You-
fun.
You would love that game.
Of course.
Because it is like super fucking dark.
I do like dark stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Dark comedy, dark nights.
I'm surprised you didn't hear of it.
I think you told me about it, but I don't remember. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
why I was
got-
like, what is that?
I got it, I want to say like a couple weeks after it came out. I
When
played
did it
a
come
little
out?
bit.
Years ago, right?
A couple years ago, yeah. No, I wouldn't say a couple years. It'd be like a year. Yeah, a little over a year.
It had to be. It had to be in at least the last 2 years. 'Cause I remember you talking about it.
Yeah.
In the podcast world that we've been in.
It is.
Bringing it up.
It is an awesome game though. Like you can't play it around kids. But you know what's funny too is they have a censored version and they have an uncensored version. But all they do is just not blur out, but mute the words. So it's not as fun.
So it's almost like Q.
Yeah.
Almost like that instead of saying fuck you, saying
Yeah.
Q.
Yes, exactly.
That's
It's like, man,
Still
this
kids.
is not a fun. I gotta play the regular version.
Yeah.
And I play the regular version, and my wife is all like, "What the hell did they just say?"
Just like rap songs, I get mad on the edited version. I'm like, come on, I gotta turn this off.
Walmart, this.
Yeah. Or was that Target? No, it was probably Walmart.
No, it was Walmart.
When they had edited shit. Bullshit.
If you want this to sell at Walmart, it's gotta be edited.
All right, well,
I don't gotta custom my raps.
Do they still sell CDs?
At Walmart?
Have you been there in a while?
I mean, I've been.
wonder
to
if they do.
Yeah, I've been to Walmart, but I don't
Like
know.
where can you buy CDs now? Like Walmart and Target used to be able to.
I'm pretty sure you can still buy CDs at Walmart.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'll have to check.
I know.
I can't.
It's
I
not a
can't
section
say,
that
I can't
you
say
go to.
Yeah, because I would never go there for it.
The you still have Spotify Premium?
No, I don't. I have Apple Music.
Apple Music now. The family plan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got rid of. Well, I didn't have Spotify. I had Pandora.
Oh, that's right.
That's what I had. That was my go-to. But I got rid of that, and I'm doing Apple Music, which I've noticed there are some things that Apple Music doesn't have, which you would think Apple would have everything. At least a lot of it. They don't have some things that others do.
I've noticed that too. There was one band that's it's like a hyper niche. Like if you don't know that, like they release 5 songs ever.
Okay.
So they're one of their songs is on Apple, and that's it.
Out of the 5,
Yeah.
And that's what I've noticed with Little Dicky. He has some songs that aren't on Apple Music, but they are on
Who's
other.
Little Dicky?
You know who Little Dicky is.
Is he the one that sings with two hookers and a microphone or some shit?
No, you're thinking of Beck, I think.
Nope.
What?
I think that's Little Dicky. No, Little Dicky is not that guy. No, I'm thinking. Oh shit! I'm thinking of a different. You'll fucking love this rapper. No, I know who Little Dicky is. He's the one that did the fucking. He was Chris.
Yeah, Chris Brown. Him and Chris Brown make a switch. Freaky Friday.
Yeah, Freaky Friday.
Yeah,
that's Little Dicky. This is how much I listen to music. I can't fucking remember.
I know.
Mickey Avalon is who I was thinking of. Have you ever heard of Mickey Avalon?
No.
Oh,
Is he a
dude,
rapper?
you need to fucking listen to Mickey Avalon.
Funny stuff, I'd imagine, kind of
It's-
like Little Dicky.
Yes and no. Yeah,
Okay.
no. But it is it's good. Mickey
Check
Avalon's
that out.
fucking good. Like he's
You definitely have some obscure music sometimes. Some of the things that you listen to. 'Cause I remember you talking about something else recently that was like, the European.
the streets.
Yeah, there's some European rappers or something. I'm like, what the fuck? What?
You never heard of the streets?
No.
Oh,
And it
dude.
could be me not knowing, but I've never heard of them.
Are you serious?
And I like to say that I know a lot about.
All right, hold on. We're gonna get shut down by YouTube. But hold on.
No, you don't have to play it. We can do it.
Yes, no, we gotta do it.
I'm not gonna be able to get the full feel. I have to be able to embrace myself.
Yeah, you've heard of these.
Samples of it is not gonna do me any justice.
I'm gonna give you fucking. You've never heard of the streets?
Again, maybe I've heard
I'm
their
pretty
songs.
sure.
Maybe I've heard their songs. I just don't know if it's them. Put it that way. All right, got some dead noise going on here. Yeah, dead silence. Even though we got the background stuff. Here we go.
Dead air is what it.
I know it's a bit embarrassing, but I just
I think you played this for me when we had the same conversation.
You never heard
Yeah,
of
I
it?
know.
Okay.
That's very British.
Yeah, it is. That's
Which I kinda like
I don't
it.
know if that's like really British, but
Well, British to us, Americans.
yeah.
That sounds like a perfect song that'd be like in a Guy Ritchie movie. It probably was in a Guy Ritchie movie.
Let's see if I can share it.
That seems like something that would be like where they're getting in the van and they're about to go
Yeah.
kidnap their friend from something.
Share to Scott. There we go. Which I'm sure you can get that whole thing. All right, and then the other one was Mickey Avalon.
Which sounds like some 1950s surfer song singer.
It kind of does.
Because basically I'm thinking of who? Frankie Avalon? That's what I'm thinking of. That's who you're talking about?
No, that was
The Streets again?
The Streets still. Some different song then. Here we go. This is a fucking... I like this song, actually.
All right. That one, that's good.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard.
He's actually really good. I gotta put that back in my fucking playlist.
There you go.
You're like, whatever.
Yeah, again, you listen to some stuff that I don't. But then again, same with me. I'm sure I listen to shit that you probably don't even fucking heard of. Or
No, I haven't heard of MS-13.
Well, Albert jumped me in. That's how I got in the fucking crew. Albert. So there's some Game of Thrones news.
Oh, tell me more.
Tell you more. So the Game of Thrones, it's not even a Game of Thrones news. It's just basically talking about Jason Momoa. But he basically, once he was done shooting the show, apparently no one would give him a job. So they were on almost a situation where they were running low on funds.
Okay.
And he was almost like losing shit. So that was the only that was it.
Oh, that was it?
That was the only news. Game of Thrones news. Trying to find the story here again. But
You know they're in talks of doing a spinoff?
I've heard that. Like a prequel, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like talking before the magic or some shit.
Rhaegar and his upcoming.
And who's Rhaegar again? He's not the Mad King, is he?
Nope. That's his dad. Rhaegar is his son. Rhaegar fucked Ned Stark's sister and started Game of Thrones basically by a war.
Gotcha.
Because Ned Stark's sister was actually married to Robert Baratheon, who happened to be king when Game of Thrones started.
Wow. Are you like reading the books and shit? Or like you know a lot?
I listened to the books.
All of them?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Would you get more out of it than you thought? Or like more that you didn't need to know? What do you think?
The books for Game of Thrones are way better than the show.
Hmm.
And the show's amazing.
That's
right?
true.
Like the show, we're both huge fans of the show.
Agreed.
The books are way better than the show.
So in the nude scenes, when you're reading it / hearing it, because I know you don't read, when you're hearing it, can you picture it awesome like it is in the...
Let's say when I used to be an underwriter,
okay,
I would have to excuse myself.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Not excuse myself, but...
So that's how good it was.
It's very detailed as to things that are going on in the book. And since I watched the show already, I was like season 3 by the time I started picking up the books.
Yeah.
You can kind of you can envision, and I'm sure regular avid readers can do this, use their imagination easily. But for me, like knowing the characters from the show and then listening to the books, I put a face to the character.
Oh, yeah. Because if you didn't... Yeah,
I would have to use my imagination to figure out what they look like, but
I
knew what they look like versus with the show.
And with books, they go into that great detail to describe what they look like. So, from what I know, because I don't read
the books versus the show, Tyrion in the show is a badass. In the books, he's a super badass. Like he takes on giants.
Really?
In the book, like.
Oh.
Which
are normal heights people?
Yes. Well, to him, yes.
Right.
So I don't remember, or not remember. I don't know if you remember. In the show, there was a war where he went to go meet his dad, and he had the giant clan with him from somewhere, and
the wildlings or the
no, not the wildlings. These were just like some giants,
random giants. I don't remember any other random giants except for wildling ones.
No, well, so they were like nomads. They were bigger,
maybe just big soldiers,
like Vikings.
Okay.
So he met his dad at this field of war they were at. It was near the Twin Tower. Twin Tower. Oh, now 9/11 is in Game of Thrones.
Of course.
No, it was the Twin. Was it the Twin Towers?
No.
The Twin Peaks? No, that's a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's Twin something. It's Twin something. Or the Sister Towers. It's where the fucking...
Where the main castle is?
It's where the one dude where he fucked all his daughters, essentially.
Not ringing a bell. Which...
Arya slit his throat near the end of the series.
Oh, that guy.
With her
I think it was like a tower in the sky.
No. That's the...
Okay, we're not going to be able to know the map.
No, yeah, we're not.
Because It's been a while.
No, it's been a while, and I can't remember all the names of the locations.
Right.
That's the Erie, I think. You're
Yeah,
talking
that doesn't
about
sound right.
in the sky.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right to me.
Either way,
But-
so he shows up with these like nomad type guys. They're really kind of like giants, but not giants. You know, like the in between human versus a giant kind of guy.
Mhm.
Either way, in the show, they end up starting to go into war. Like they're all heading to the front lines to go, and Tyrion out of nowhere gets knocked out.
Mm.
And then he wakes up on like this cart as the war's ended, and the Lannisters have won the war. This little battle, this skirmish, not a
fighting
war,
against,
right?
He's fighting against his family.
Yeah, in the book, Tyrion fights almost like any and everybody. It's crazy. He has like this like club with an axe handle on it, and he's like killing people left and right in the book.
Because you can't see him, right? He's just fucking taking out kneecaps.
Yeah, kinda.
He's a little.
But they go in great detail of like how many people he killed and as he was killing them and things like that. Like there's multiple pages of him being a badass in this war. In the TV show, he gets knocked out and then wakes up on a fucking cart. And you're like, oh, man.
I do remember that part. Him waking up on the cart.
Yep.
But yeah, that was my only Game of Thrones news, even though you ran into a whole bunch of other. But I would be interested in checking out the listening to the books. I'm not gonna read them. There's no way. That shit's way too long. But I also said that I wanted to watch the whole season again before the
do you
last.
have Audible or no?
No, remember you sent me that thing today, and I was like, I don't
take
want
it
to
for
sign up for that shit. Not today, just because I probably won't use it.
I can't read books. It just,
Me
it's
neither.
not-
I think listening to them could be possible.
Yeah.
I mean, it is possible. They listen to shit all day.
I was an underwriter when I listened to it.
Right.
And like I'd be sitting there like, you know, doing my thing, underwriting a loan or whatever. And I'm
Learning
like,
Spanish.
Holy shit! This is like, I'd be like into the book and I'd be like, hold on, I gotta pause for a second and like kind of listen.
Go
Like,
to the bathroom. That was a good scene, Arya Stark. No. Too young.
until the end.
Maybe she was probably really at the end. Sansa,
I will say this.
Sansa.
I can't wait until the actual books come, the last book comes out, because obviously the show's ended, they've had their ending and how they played it out, and they didn't go off the books because there is no ending to the books yet.
Which we talked about it. I think when it happened. Yeah. It has been like past
Talking
years,
about
right?
Game of Thrones forever.
I know, but remember how we complained about it because it felt rushed.
Yeah, at the very end. Yep.
So obviously the book's going to be a lot more.
See, you do remember things.
Sometimes, man, it's hit or miss. So we have holiday shit coming up, right? Right, which means which we have already.
So did we.
But
Oh,
we bought a little one because we're in this little rental.
yeah.
So we have a little 5 foot, 6 foot one that we put up. The other one's in storage. But anyways, there was a thing that's gonna kind of twist into conspiracy theory in my head, but I wanted to get your thoughts. So this time of the year we have, Black Friday stuff like sales and shit, like things on sale. Right now they have a 23andMe and like an Ancestry.com that's on sale. Would you ever do one of those, or have you ever done one of those? And the counterpoint to that is, which I don't know if that's the right phrase to use there, but I don't care. But do you think there's a conspiracy to it where they're like cataloging all our shit? And go.
I love it. I have not done it.
Okay.
I would do it for the show,
Okay. All right. Okay.
but I would not just willy-nilly do it.
Okay, but you didn't answer the conspiracy question. Do you
Yeah.
think there is a conspiracy to where they may use your shit to point a crime in your direction?
Have you ever donated blood?
I have. Oh, fuck, that's another way.
Okay.
I have done that.
Have they ever had, like, have you ever gone to the doctor and they had to draw blood for some reason?
They have. So either way, I'm in some database. Is that where you're getting at?
Yeah, I think they already have it, is what I'm getting at. So,
yeah, dental records. So, not
if
that I'm going to
you've
stay off the
never
radar.
but if you've never done that at all, and you
Never
think
done
that, yeah, and you've never done 23andMe, I think that's...
Ancestry.com, they don't do blood and shit, right?
They do like a swab in your mouth or
They
something.
do?
Yeah. They extract your DNA.
Oh, it's the only way they can bring you back.
Yeah. Something.
It's got a fishy shit there.
And when you spit. But if you're one of those people that have never done anything like that and you've never had blood taken, period, even though every single newborn that's born in the hospital has had blood taken at some point, if you've never had blood taken and you know for certain, no. Like if I never had blood taken that I know of, like even as a newborn or any of that, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it at all.
It's so hard. You would have had to.
I know.
You know what I mean? There's really no way.
Well, even in today's
unless
society, any newborn...
Conspiracy parents, right? Like, let's say you have conspiracy parents. No, you're not taking blood. I'm gonna watch you.
You were like born. You were born in like a makeshift jacuzzi in the house because
like a tub birth.
Your mom wanted to do mom doc.
Yeah, like one of those. What do they call those? Midwives.
Yeah, midwives.
Midwives, and you're in a tub and you're getting born, and then you never get in the system.
You're cataloged.
I'm just trying to wonder how you can get, because you have to go to school and shit. You're always you're always being tracked.
At some point,
there's no way to not be tracked. So I guess fuck it, sign up with it. I guess. Fuck that conspiracy.
I mean, so you think the government's tracking you because you're so fucking important? Right?
No,
but
I don't think that. I'm just thinking.
I think that they're collecting data as to what are the people doing.
What do you mean, like testing?
Like they have no fucking idea like who you are. Period. Right? Yeah. Stop being so self-centered that you think the government's specifically after you and they know.
Well, I mean, we have some reasons to be on a list.
Yeah, sure we do.
Right. Well, not a reason, but I mean, they're looking at us. That's what.
Yeah, but they don't know who the fuck we are. I mean, for the exception of that, the government downloading every single episode of the Amigos. But,
right, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was bringing back. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but but if they're cataloging us DNA-wise or whatever, or monitoring us in some specific way, it's as a cumulative test study, not you as an individual.
Crazy thought. You send that shit over, right?
Yeah.
Whatever they want, your swab or your blood or whatever, right? You send it to them, and they fucking clone you. Another conspiracy. Possible, not possible.
Your doppelganger is already born when you are, though.
Is that how that works? Is that how that works? I don't know how those work.
So,
what's the myth with those?
I read something a long time ago where there is somebody somewhere else in the world who looks identically like you in a different culture. Somewhere.
How would that be now? Let's say
there is another version of you
if there was an
somewhere
Asian
else.
Me,
yeah.
Right? Let's say there's an Asian me.
Oh, my name's Scott.
Yeah, right. Perfectly done.
You want shrimp fried rice?
How would we know? How would we know each other? Because to me, he looks completely different than me. Well, how would he be my...
That's another conspiracy on itself. So we're just going to unravel conspiracy after conspiracy at this point now. Continue going. That's another conspiracy because when you look in a mirror, you don't see what other people see.
So it's like that horrible movie. Close.
Okay.
It's like that horrible movie with Ryan Reynolds and the dude.
Green Lantern.
Close. The one where he he
Oh,
was,
the cop one?
Yeah, the cop one where one's an Asian and one's like the chick or something. You're you, but you look in the mirror and you're something else.
Yes.
So it's like that? Is that what you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that I ruined your conspiracy because now it makes it shitty because that's a horrible movie.
They were like the fucking ghost
The
cops.
ghost cops, yeah.
I was like, how's a dude gonna agree to fucking do this movie? He didn't do Deadpool yet, I don't think. And so I'm like, I get it why he would have done it because like Green Lantern was like his last big thing. But then
Deadpool set him back up.
Yeah.
He's done other good stuff though since then, but he's done that Netflix one was pretty good. That Netflix
Waiting.
movie. That's old, but yeah, that was before the cop.
But that's still that's like a cult favorite movie. Like
Good
that's
movie. I watched it the other night, like a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Still pretty good. So for me, I wouldn't do it because I'm too scared. I'm too conspiracy theorist in me that I think it's some weird shit. Not to mention I'd probably find out like I'm adopted or something weird. So I'd rather just not know.
so you wouldn't do it for the show.
Oh, so that's how you're gonna rope me in? You can go first, and then we'll see what happens.
No, we have to do it at the same time. Document us sending it.
Oh
right?
no, we should do it, but
And
we
then
should
doing it.
we should each do it right, and then like just close our eyes and see which package it goes into, and just send it out as each other. Like whoever's it, we don't know if ours went, or like if it was really ours,
Come back
like
and
this,
be
like this, and then it really.
I'm not Danish.
I've never been to Wisconsin. Oh, I've been to Wisconsin. I have. All my lines go here. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Why does everything trace back to Denmark? I don't get it. In Germany.
Germany.
I'm related to Hitler?
No.
How's that
Oh,
work?
see, and that would be. See, I wouldn't want to know that shit either.
No.
What if I mean, that would be kind of crazy. But
I don't
like,
think
what
they go
if
in that
I
much
was?
detail.
They do.
Oh, really? So
thought
you
they
know
do.
who like, you might be
They
related
show-
to Mussolini?
I don't know if they go that far, but I think the 23andMe one kind of shows you like the percentage of what you are.
Every single report that comes back from 23andMe says
Someone
you're
has an
related,
Indian, right?
So you're related to Genghis Khan.
Oh yeah, because he made most of the population happen. So there's always that, and I'm sure a lot of us have some
I'm sure
a
that-
splash of Indian in
I'm
us.
sure there's
because-
historians out there and things like that, but how do you think it really happened? Like
do you mean?
every single girl of age had to go to Genghis Khan, and he had to serenade them.
So do I think that he
Like
had
it was a
he
requirement?
had to plant the seed in all of them?
So for 40 plus years or whatever,
See, I don't know all the details. Of that
every
story.
single girl in his empire he had to touch in some way, shape, or form. How do you spread your seed that much? Like
Yeah.
there had to be some kind of requirement, or not.
He must have been like putting it in jars or something, and then like giving
He
them
must have had to grab your pussy
mentality.
or rule.
What do you mean? What do
He
you
had to grab them all,
Oh yeah, of course.
like Pokemon.
Gotta catch them all, not grab them all.
Well,
But yeah, it's funny because you brought up Pokemon. That's an Asian thing. That's kind of funny. That was a good correlation there. I like that.
I think it works.
It did. I think it worked perfectly. But yeah, no, I mean when you're in power, you know, you feel you can do whatever you want. So I'm sure that's what they had to do in order to get bread or rice or whatever they had to do to eat. So they probably got paid, or if you don't do
For
something
the
right, then I
grain.
take your women at your house.
He was like, I'll exchange you some yeast.
I
for some
obviously
grain.
don't know the story into that. I just know of that story.
And that, my friend, is where the yeast infection was born.
Yeah,
History
Bread.
lessons with the amigos.
bread,
There's the name of the episode.
yeast infection.
No, history Lessons with the Amigos.
Oh, good, yeah. Let's not name it that. I don't think anyone's going to check that one out.
Yeast infection.
Oh, you never know. That could be a gem for some people. Oh, my God. I got to listen to this one.
Yeah, I got to listen to this one because I have one.
Episode 214. I get it.
We're not even that far yet.
Whatever. It sounded right. Am I close? You got to be up there somewhere. No, it can't
this will
be.
117.
Yeah, we're definitely on 2 something. All right, well.
Don't force it, Scott.
So my thing is, I wouldn't want to do it.
23 me? Okay.
Either one, Ancestry or the other one. But
what's the craziest thing you think you would do for the show?
Well, what I talked about earlier, good old Prop 207 that passed. That'd probably be the craziest thing.
That'll be in the Amigos' future as soon as we can actually get some
once it gets
non-medical
legalized.
card.
Once it gets legalized and we have helpers. We have the blue blankets. And but I don't know. I mean, you know me, I'm not really that. I'm not adventurous, honestly. Sadly. Sorry, it's being real.
But if I came up with some...
Yeah, come up with something and then, maybe I'll be like, oh, okay. But most times, 9 times out of 10.
We know shenanigans is in our intro and like...
we never do shenanigans.
We've done shenanigans.
You've done shenanigans. You and Albert, which... R.I.P.
On the
But
show.
yeah, the shenanigans doesn't really take place as much.
You know what we haven't brought up yet? We have IMDb credits.
Oh, I know. Well, we're keeping an eye on that. We don't want any producers calling us.
Why?
Well, we do, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we found out today that we are IMDb credited. So we're pretty stoked.
I gotta put my picture up there and shit.
Oh, yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, we gotta put up there a picture.
I'm going to put Grimace up. You think I'll get in trouble?
Yes. Because I think Grimace is the thing already.
Is he? He's a... I gotta look
Person? A person? Yes.
Well, he's a person in a mask. Or a suit, not a mask. He's in a whole bodysuit.
So, keep it going, because I have
Oh, I have to talk to myself? How do I even make that happen?
I gotta get another drink.
You know what's sad is I can't even spell Grimace.
What? Whole person.
No, nothing. I don't think Grimace is on IMDb. Not to mention, I don't think IMDb really looks at commercials. Because IMDb, like, Grimace is a commercial McDonald's character. So, I don't know. What's that? Oh, your drink? Are you breaking protocol? Oh, wow, I spelled that way wrong. So let's see if Grimace is on IMDb. Not that that's even important, obviously. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But, alright, so what do we want to talk about?
Well, I think that we ran out of things to chat about.
Have we?
I don't know, did we?
Oh, the only other thing I wanted to talk about, which we talked about because it normally goes down another rabbit hole of conspiracy, is so there was some news today about more Epstein stuff. So apparently they were reviewing the 2008 Alec Acosta deal that he gave Epstein, where basically giving him 13 months in prison for all the initial findings that they had, and Epstein was able to still work from work and then go home and sleep in his cell, and he was still doing the same thing he was doing while he was in prison. They basically went through and said there was no wrongdoing in
For
that
real?
whole deal. Yeah, so more craziness, cover up in this situation. I was also telling you that there was a thing that I was watching. I don't remember what channel it was on. Because I'm in this rental house now that actually has cable. So I've been watching a lot more stuff that I wouldn't normally watch.
PBS.
It wasn't PBS, but yeah. I have PBS now. There was a thing called Who Killed Jeffrey Epstein, and there were some things I saw on that documentary show that was, I learned some stuff that they're going after the people the guards that let him die. Let him is loosely worded there, right? So he probably, obviously was killed, but it seemed like he was killed. Even the autopsy stuff, if anyone knows, his
one thing you brought up is
neck
that
wounds.
maybe they might have been drugged, right?
I was thinking like they were asleep. The argument was they
When
were
was the last time you
overworked.
fell asleep on the job?
It's been a long time, man. It actually has been since I didn't fall asleep, but I used to I think I probably just wasn't getting enough sleep at some point. I think it was back in my younger partying, 4 hours. You wake up, you're still feeling a little buzzed and go to work kind of thing.
When I first moved here to Arizona, I had a job at an auto zone type place, but then I got hired at the big bank where we met.
Mm-hmm.
And my shift, I was a telephone banker, so you call in, what's my balance?
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
I wonder if they can't have that job still.
Yeah.
I doubt
So
they found that
it has to be because you
think so?
Yeah, you can get somebody on the phone to talk about your checking account.
Wow, still?
Yeah. Anyways, so that was my job when I first started for the big bank, and then I somehow weaseled my way to get the early shift where it started at 5. But so if you press enough buttons on a phone, regardless of what time it is, you can get somebody on the phone.
No way.
Yes, you can. So they would have us come in at 5 in the morning just in case if that happened.
So the outside of the time zone areas, you're thinking like that's like other countries monitoring it probably?
I don't know.
Like Philippines, India, stuff like that maybe?
Maybe. I know at some point.
Who else?
No, they had an overnight crew.
Oh, okay, so there is something.
Because it was at Shock. And that gives away where I just... That doesn't. But so...
It's not called that anymore, it's the fire.
Oh, that's true. But anyways, so
Yeah.
I would come in at 5. I would take a nap. The phones would actually start ringing at 7. So then that's when I would wake up. So I would take a nap under the desk.
Who were the type of people calling for their balances? Was it older people? Was it people that were walking the line of, overdrawn shit?
Initially,
Like, who
no.
calls?
Initially, it was like older people, but then shortly after Katrina happened, and it was everyone from New Orleans.
Because they didn't know,
They were trying to figure out if their FEMA check hit or it was received. Most of the time,
this was before mobile banking, right? Like you probably couldn't go on your phone.
Yeah, you could.
Back
I mean,
then,
you could
that
go
was-
online to the website, but
But even then,
they didn't
over
have
there,
an app. There was no app.
Well, I'm thinking over there, like all the power
No one-
lines,
yeah.
all the cable shit was knocked out.
Everybody was in the Superdome. I literally had conversations with people in the Superdome.
Even if you were, let's say you were all in there, let's say you had service, imagine how fucked up that service would be. You have 10,000 plus
This tells
people.
you the date and time, how dated this story is. I had a flip phone when I had this job.
Yeah, that's old. That's old school.
A Sprint flip phone.
Yeah. Wow.
And then, yeah, so that was crazy because people would call in and they're like fucking $300 negative in their account. They're like, is my FEMA check hit? No, not
Yeah,
yet.
you still can't use it.
You're $300 behind. And then all of a sudden an email came out from everybody and they're like, if they ask, just waive them. The overdraft fees.
For people in New Orleans?
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, and then eventually my manager was all like, just be proactive about it. Okay. So I'd be on the phone with these people and I'd be like, click, 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 click. You went from negative 300 to you have about $100 right now. So go and do your thing.
Wow. So you were making dreams happen.
Yeah, basically.
Look at you.
And then on top of it, I'd be like selling a credit card.
You do
or
have a
something.
soul sometimes.
Yeah,
Hit or miss.
it's hit or miss. No, eventually, as Katrina was starting to fade away and I was still continuing to do that, I had moved over to the business loans team, but I would be overflow for the telephone banker still. And so I'd be like, okay, I'd still be doing it then. You know, and I got my hand slapped, like, you can't, don't do that. That hits the branch, like, stop doing that. I'm like, oops.
It's the bottom line.
They tried it, dude, and that's the funny thing too. They tried to fuck me one time out of my bonus. I had sold like 250 business checking accounts one month.
Oh, so you were doing some Wells Fargo stuff? You were setting them up?
No, I wasn't just setting them up, and I was doing business loans on top of it. Like I basically was like a business banker, right?
Yeah.
And they were all like, hey, nothing came over under your name because I was on the verge of leaving to go to home equity where we met.
Yeah.
They're like, nothing came under your name. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I like had to go and dispute everything, and they finally had to give me my bonus.
Wow. Yeah, well, that's what happens.
Big bank trying to cheat you out of fucking some money.
Of course, always, man. Shareholders.
Oh, you're about to speak that. All right, let's wind it down.
Wind it
we're at
down.
an hour, yeah.
Wind it down.
If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you click the little bell in the corner there.
Well,
Yep. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can get notified. So every time we drop an episode, you are there and watching us live and or as it drops. Make sure that you subscribe to us on every single outlet, platform, podcatcher, thing, whatever you're listening to this on. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all that fun stuff.
high five. Hugs and kisses.
This has been the Amigos PC. Make sure to like, subscribe, and review us on all your podcasting platforms. Visit us at amigospc.net for our entire library of content and Amigos merch. Till next time, adios.